Uh, Muss, obviously not the close to the first half that you wanted, but it was just a 7-point ball game. I guess what happened in the second half there for things to get away from you?
We're pretty disappointed in 1 through 14 tonight. I had a great crowd, understanding how hard the SEC is, understanding the competitive nature, understanding the size, understanding the physicality, understanding the will to win. Give Auburn a ton of credit. They came in here, they kicked our butts. That's quite obvious. This team has not resembled what we built the last 4 years from a competitive standpoint, from a defensive standpoint, from a loose ball getting standpoint. So what are we going to do? We got to try to figure it out as much as we can. Guys got opportunities and didn't seize the opportunities. 165 passes when our goal is 200. Again, we built something that I thought was really special. And, this group of guys has not carried on the tradition. And so we've got to try to continue to get as best we can with the group that we have right now.
Mus, I know everybody ended up playing, but rotation-wise, it looked like you tried to drill it down a bit, especially the first half. Was there anything positive in a game like this, at least the first 20 minutes or first 16 minutes that you saw from drilling it down a bit?
Yeah, I thought we played good, Kevin, in the first half. Not good, but we played, decent enough to give ourselves a chance. Did not play the end of the first half very well at all. Just the competitive fiber. It wasn't there for 40 minutes.
Do you feel like you can settle maybe even early too much threes and not attacking and trying
to put
pressure on the rim?
We talked about that over and over, that they're a team that will put you on the foul line. They do give up rim shots, although they're great rim protectors. Again, I thought we played pretty good, pretty decent, okay, whatever word you want to say, survived the first 16 minutes. And then after that, it was, I've coached a long time. I don't remember a home game like this ever. Since I've been coaching, whether it's the minor leagues or whatever, we had people that paid good money to come to the game. We had people that drove far. We had people that, it's basically a filled up building.
Coach, you mentioned just there the close to the first half. I think that's happened a few times this year where it's really good the first 16 and then maybe the last 4. Is there something going on there? Can you put your finger on something there?
Understanding the importance, Hutch. It's been addressed, not a little bit, a lot. It's winning. Are you used to winning? Is winning a part of your DNA? Do you understand getting on the floor for a loose ball the last 2 minutes of a half become really important? They meaning Auburn, they got a lot of guys with some experience that have won a lot of games. And I thought that their guys like Jalen Williams played really well. I thought Johnny Broome, we did a great job on him in the first half. And I thought the second half, he was just totally dominant. It looked like we didn't want any part of guarding him whatsoever. Some of the plus minuses on our team, I've never seen some of those like that in the minutes that guys played. So as a competitor, disappointed. I really don't know what else to say other than the fact that, practice, competitive nature, and games become two different things.
You mentioned several issues there at the beginning. Are those things that you believe and are confident that can be fixed here moving forward?
How would I know? All I know is I got to try to talk about them and address them.
Eric, their paint points were really dominant in the paint. What was your take on that?
I didn't think we had enough. Paint points come in 2 ways, Bob. They come off dribble drives and they come off post ups. They hurt us in both. I'll go all the way back to year 1 here. That group understood that we had to guard the 3, and we go to LSU and lose 28-1 on the glass or whatever offensive, and we still give ourselves a chance to win because they understood. This group does not understand what identity on either side of the ball. So we have to, back to Hutch's question, we got to try to just figure it out, keep talking about it. Whether it gets solved or not, I don't know.
You had a lot of great wins here. I'm sure you're going to have a lot more, but today was most lopsided loss Arkansas's had in this building? I mean, how, with your experience and all the winning you've done, how tough is that to,
Ever or during my tenure?
you know,
Yeah, that's a pretty bold statement. You know what I mean? It's factual. So I don't know what it means to that locker room. I know what it means to me. I know the history of this program. I have incredible respect for everybody that's coached here, everybody that's played here. That's a wow statement.
and then number 10, I think it was number 10, Matt Baker Manzera, pretty good player, but I think he was averaging 8 or 9 coming in. And then he went off for 14 in the first half. How big an impact did he have? What was your
Yeah, I
take on
mean,
him?
was it addressed that on the right wing they run a pick and roll for him to get to the middle and shoot his pull up jump shot? Yeah, it was addressed about 100 times, but he still got to a sweet spot. And I thought he played really hard. I thought he played really aggressive.
You've spoken a lot about the defense so far. I'm wondering where in your mind did the offense kind of get stuck in the mud, and how much of that maybe transpires from the struggles that you guys had defensively?
Yeah, I mean, I certainly think that defensively, if you can create some offense, that makes it a little bit better on the other side of the ball. We were bad on both sides of the ball. I mean, I'm assuming the 165 passes is an all-time low since I've been here too.
And you keep Broom scoreless in the first half. Was there any concern at halftime? Like, we're down by 7 and he's, he hasn't really gotten going, and just how maybe deflating is it that their bench was able to kind of be just so impactful?
Their bench
today?
is impactful every night. So no, I mean, we never talked about Broom having 0 points and what are we going to do if he has, I mean, it just follow the game plan and follow the blueprint of what we did the first half. And maybe the results would have been different in the second half.
Their transition game, even early when the game was close, seemed to really kind of help them when it was a bit of a grind. And I know Arkansas has struggled this year some in transition D. What is going on there, do you see, as far
Kevin,
as just
we've
guys not
struggled
getting back and balance on the floor?
everywhere defensively. We've struggled on pick and rolls. Your shot selection has to do with your transition defense. So, I mean, when you lose by 30, I mean, we could go all the way around the room and each of you could pick a different area and you would all be right. We stunk in all areas. I mean, I don't know. I mean, transition defense. What about Johnny Broom in the second? I mean, I can go on and on. Yeah, we stunk. I mean, and we got to get a lot better to even survive in this league. We got to get a lot better. We got to be a lot more competitive. So with that, I will say you guys all saw how poorly we played, and there's a million things we could discuss, but we stunk in all those areas.